Welcome students to another class of IP. So today we are going to discuss about unit number 4, that is DBMS and MySQL. So today's topic is database commands. So now we are starting with commands, and this you have to do in practical also. So first I will explain you by this PPT, and then we will do this as a practical. Okay, so first command is view existing database. So when we install MySQL, some database are already created that are default databases. So if you want to see how many databases are existed in your MySQL, for that you can write show databases, this whole thing, and then put semicolon. As this language is not case sensitive, so you can write show in capital or small, and then after that you have to put a space between show and databases. Please check spellings while writing these things. This show databases, you have to write exactly the same spellings. Okay, and then you have to put semicolon. After putting this command, you will find a list of databases like MySQL, test, etc. whatever databases are already existing. Okay, and second command is if you want to create your own database in MySQL, that will be needed in practicals. So for creating your own database, you have to write a command like create is a keyword means they are reserved words that is understood by the MySQL compiler. For the meaning of reserved word means you have to use only those words, either in capital or small, but you have to use only that particular word. Okay, so create is a keyword, database is also a keyword, and after that you have to write a database name. Okay, database name is like variable in maths, so that whatever you want to keep the name of your database, you can write that name. Okay, check this example. In order to create a database with a name school, you have to write this command create database, and then you have to write the name school. School is in place of school, you can write any name that whatever you want to create as a database. Okay, like school, or you can create a database with name store, etc. Next command is accessing database. Accessing means using that particular database that we have created in part number in the previous command. Okay, so for using that particular database, we will write a command use and then name of the database. So what is our database name that we have created? It is school. So for using that particular database, we will write a command use school semicolon. Students, keep remember this, that semicolon is very compulsory in writing a command. If you will not put semicolon, you will get an error that I will show you in practical. Okay, next, fourth command is deleting database. For example, you have created a database and you don't want to keep that database in the list of database. If you want to delete it permanently, then you have to write a command drop is a keyword, then database, and then the name of the database. So in previous in example, I will display that to you. Next is viewing table in a database. If we are using a pre-created or already existing database and you want to check how many tables are present in that particular database, then you can write this command show tables. It will show all the tables present in that particular database. Okay, next is creating table in MySQL. So here you can see a table. So for creating that particular table, we will use create command in MySQL. So I will show, I am telling you that thing. Tables are created with a create table command, and when a table is created, it is having columns as well as data types, and their size are given to it. So here you can see the syntax of create table command. The syntax means the way we can write a command. So first you have to write a word create, and then you have to write a word table. These are the keywords, and then you can write a table name. A table name is a variable name. You can write any table, whichever table you want to create, that name you have to provide here. For example, here it is a student, so I will write create table student. And if you want to create a table with a name employee, then you will write create table employee. So it depends on the user what the name they want to put as a table name. Okay, so you can consider table name as a variable. It can be any name that is given in question or whatever task you have to perform. After writing table name, then you have to write a parenthesis bracket. Parenthesis bracket means this curve bracket, normal bracket. Okay, not square, not angular. Okay, simple bracket you have to put, and after that you have to write the name of the column. So here in the table you can see first column is roll number, so we will write that column name, and then we will put the data type, what types of value that particular column is holding, we will put that data type. Okay, and then we will give the size means how much space it will take on that particular MySQL. Okay, so this is the general syntax of column, then data type, and then size, and then in the end you have to close the bracket and then semicolon. So example you can see here, create table. Here a table name is student and the columns are roll number. So roll number we are storing integer type value, so we will write integer, and after integer we are not mentioning here the size. The reason is that it will take default size, that is automatic size of 11, and if you want to give any size you can write that also in bracket. Okay, and then two columns we will separate it with a comma, so we are putting a comma, and then second column is name, so we are writing name, and name data type, it is holding a value that is alphabetical, so we will write varchar, and we are providing a size of 25. Size you can provide from 0 to 255, that this is the range of giving size. Okay, third column is gender, and gender contains a data type like char, and it is holding one alphabet, so we are giving it a size of 1, and another column is marks 1, and decimal. So decimal we are providing 4 digits, and after decimal point, after point we are having one value, so we are writing 4,1 as a value parameter. Okay, and then we are closing this bracket, corresponding bracket, and semicolon. Okay, so like this we can create a command. Okay, and then after creating a data table, you will see, you can see the physical structure of a table. This create command only create a physical structure. In this table we are not having any value, we have not given any value, so it is not containing any value, it is just a structure we have created with these columns name. So if you want to see the structure, physical structure, that what type of data type we have given, what is the value it is holding, then you can write this command describe and then the name of the table, or you can write DESC, that is a short form of describe and the table name. So like this you will find a structure of a table. Field mean column name you will get, and then data types corresponding to it, and the values null, it can store null value, key, default, these things we will study in detail later on. Okay, so just see here, you will get a physical structure like this. Okay, next is inserting data in a table. Till now we have just created a physical structure. Now in physical structure we have to insert rows and columns also. Columns we have created the name of the columns, but now we have to provide the values to that columns. Okay, to the rows are added to a table using insert command. So with insert command we can insert values in a table. So for that you have to write a command, that is insert keyword into and then name of the table, and after that you have to write values. Okay, and bracket, and then you have to give the values one by one, first column, then second column, then third column till last column, and then close this bracket and semicolon. These queries you will learn automatically while you practice more and more. You will learn these queries yourself. Okay, so practice is required. So see here, our first record we are inserting is insert into students values, so roll number 1, and the name we are giving Siddharth Sahgal. You can give any name, but you have to keep it in quotation. Okay, single or double, that is up to you. So name, because this is a character or varchar type, so it should be closed in quotation mark. Siddharth Sahgal, then comma, then male, and then marks. Okay, then bracket close and semicolon. So and then press enter. So you will see that the first record is entered in that particular table. Okay, similarly we are inserting the next 7 records. Okay, so in previous slide we have inserted values, all the values in particular column. Suppose if in some column you are not known the value of that particular thing, for example you don't know the name, so in that case we want to insert a null value in that particular column. So to insert null value in a specific column we can write null, N-U-L-L, null. Null means unassigned value. Okay, so for that we can write a command like this, insert into name of the table values, and for example roll number is 8 and we don't know the name, so we are writing null 8 is roll number and null is the name and male and 65. So like this we can insert a null value in a particular table. Okay. Next is to view the content of a table. So now we have in previous class, previous slides we have inserted the values, but now here we want to check what values we have inserted are correct or not. So to see the content of a table we will use a select query. Okay, so select, how we can select the values. So for that you have to write select star, means all the values, all the columns and rows we want to fetch. So we will write select star. From is a keyword, from which table we want to select. So from is a keyword and then name of the table. So here example is given, select star. Star means all the columns and values we want to select, and then from and the table. So here is the student is the table, so you can get this result as a query. Okay, so see, all the roll numbers 1 to 6 are here, names, male, and that marks also. Null values output is not here because that is not executed, that is just given to you for understanding. We can do it in practical, then you will be able to understand it. Okay. Next query is to view selected content. For example, you don't want to see all the columns and rows, so for that we will use this as a we will use column name select, and then we will write column 1, column 2, and then the name of the table. So here I am just selecting 2 columns, that is roll number and name. So the query will give you result like this. You can see here roll numbers and names, only we are fetching these 2 values. So if you want to select particular columns, then you have to write select and then the name of the column and then from keyword and then the name of the table. Next query is now few points you have to remember before proceeding the other queries in the next class. So these are the points to remember, that semicolon is a standard way to end an SQL statement. It is compulsory to close every statement with a semicolon. Okay. Second point is you have to give a meaningful name to your table. Okay, if a table will store information about students, so you can give it a name like students, not ABC or person. That if you will put a name ABC or person, that is also correct, but it is not meaningful. So always try to give a meaningful name to your table or database. Okay, table names and column names are not case sensitive. Okay, so you can write students in capital or small, or in a combination of capital small, that is also work. Okay, statement in MySQLs are not case sensitive, that I already told you. Okay, so you can read here that select database or select database in capital, or in case of small capital, you can, it will work in the same way. Okay, null value means no value has been entered for that column, that means that value for that column is not known. So these are the points you have to remember. Okay, let's see some terminologies related to these commands. So keyword, as I have told you, a keyword is a special word that has a special meaning to SQL. The select, from, these are the keywords that we have seen in the query. Clause means a clause is a portion of SQL statement. So you can see here each clause is identify a keyword. Example, select name is a clause. Okay, that means particular, we are selecting a name. Okay, so select is a statement as well as a clause also. Select clause is everything from keyword. Okay, select until keyword from select statement is the entire command. This whole thing that you are seeing here, that select name from learner, so this is for this particular whole thing is known as a statement. Okay, so from learner is a from clause. So select is a clause, from is a clause which specify the table from which the data has to be selected. So a statement is a combination of 2 or more clauses. So here you can see select name from learner. So select name is a clause, from learner is also a clause, but select name from learner, this particular thing is known as statement. So these things you have to understand before doing this chapter more. Okay, so that is all about this class. Thank you so much, and let's do the practical of this. You have to write your password. So password that you have kept or during the installation, that you have to provide here. After providing the password, now here you have to write the MySQL command. So this is the screen that you will get, and now here we are writing the first command, that is viewing existing database. For viewing existing database, you have to write a command like I am writing show databases. Okay, check spelling, it should be DATABASES, databases, and then you have to put a semicolon and then press enter. So these are the existing databases. So if I want to see what is in that particular database, then I have to write a use command. So here I am writing a use command. So use, I am writing use, and suppose if I want to see this MySQL database, so I will write MySQL, that is the name of the database. Whatever is the name, you have to write the correct name. Okay, enter. Now in this database, as I have told you, database consists of tables. So here if I want to see the tables, I will write show tables command. Okay, enter. So these are the tables that are present in that particular database. Okay, so just till these database commands we will do. Now what we are doing is we are just creating a new database. So here you have to create your own database. So for example, I am creating a database with a name, a school and a store. Okay, so see here I am writing a command create database. Name of database I am writing here school. So school is the name of database. Okay, semicolon. Okay, query, okay, one row effect, that means our query is correct, it is not having any error. Okay, and this database is created. Okay, it is not having any table, just we have created a container with a name school. And here I am again creating a new database, and then I will tell you how errors will creep. Create data base, and suppose if I have forgot to put the semicolon, and then I am just pressing enter, so it will not execute the query. I am not getting that query okay or this type of result, or sometimes you will get a result, error like this, that semicolon is missing or check user manual, etc. Okay, so for doing that thing, I am just writing with the semicolon and putting enter. See here error is there. So what is the error? That you have an error in your SQL syntax, check the manual, that is, so this type of error you will get if your query is not correct. So I am just changing the query. Okay, create database, and I am putting it a name stores. Okay, and then semicolon, enter. Again I am getting an error. So what is my error? I have to, let me check, that create database stores. Okay, I will create a new database like create database. I am creating a database with a name employee. Okay, now query okay, one row affected. So I have created two databases, one is school database and another is employee database. I will give you the reason why I have created two databases. Let's proceed further. So what we have done is we have used a show database command, and then we have created a new database school. Okay, now we want to create tables in that school database. So for that I am using that particular school database. So for using that school database, I will write a command use school. Now see here I am writing it in a different alphabet, like as I have written small, so it is not making any changes. Database change, that is query is okay. Okay, now after that, now if you want to delete a database, you have to use a drop command. So this employee database I have created with a reason, so that I can delete it. So here see I will write a command drop. See here I am using capital and small letter, so that means it is not case sensitive. You can write either in capital, small, or in a normal way. So drop, and then database, name of the database you have to write. Okay, so drop database. What is the name of the database? Is the name of the database is employee. Okay, so query okay, zero row affected. So this database, if I will check all the databases, I will not get this database in my database name. Show databases. See here I am having only this. The school is also included, but that employee, it is permanently deleted from this list. So so far, so I think it is clear to you. Okay, so let's proceed further. Next is next is viewing table in databases. So this is school database, it is not having any table. So if you will write this query that show tables, now first of all we have to use the database, so we will write use, and name of the database is school. Okay, now we will see how many tables are there here. Show tables, it will tell you empty tables because we have not created any table, so it is telling empty set. Okay, so now we are creating a table in this particular database. For creating a table, we will write a command, create command. So create table, table name is, now we are making a table with a name student, so I am writing here student. Now bracket, now you have to give the name of the columns. So first column is roll number, so I am writing here roll number, comma. Second column is, now roll number, what type of value it will store, I have to give that thing, so I am writing here integer. Roll numbers will store integer value. Okay, size I am not giving, it is not compulsory in integer to give the size. Okay, and then name, name is second column, and name is store a data type like variable character value, and here I have to give the size also, so I am giving it a size of 25. Okay, bracket. Now see, these are the parentheses, that is the bracket that is on keyboard, key 9 and 0, not that angular bracket. Don't put angular bracket, otherwise you will get error. Okay, 25. Then the next column is gender, so I am writing gender, and then data type is char, so I am writing char, bracket, and then value of the char, size I have given 1, comma, and after that I am writing next column, that is marks 1, and it is holding a decimal type value, so I am writing decimal, bracket, then 4, comma 1. You can change size also. Now this is completed. Now this bracket that we have opened here, we have to close it here, so I am just closing it, bracket, and then semicolon, and enter. So here you can see the query. Okay, 0 row affected, that means I have written a complete query, it is not having any mistake. Okay, so this we have created a table with physical structure. Physical structure means it is just having the columns only, we have not inserted any value. So I will show you that thing here. Check here, for displaying physical structure of a table, we will write DESC, that means describe, and then name of the table. So what is our table name is student. So see, this is the physical structure of our table. Okay, these are the name of the columns that we have kept, and these are the data types that we have given. Clear? Okay, now what we have to do now, we have created a database, we have created a table. Now we have to insert values in that table. So for inserting values in a table, we will write insert command. So I am showing you here insert, then we have to write insert, then insert column name. Okay, so for that we are writing insert into name of the table. Table is student, insert into student, values. Now we have to give the values according to the columns. So first column roll number, so it is holding a number, so 1 is the value for roll number. Numbers are not enclosed in double quotes, comma. Then name I am giving, for example I am writing name Priya. Okay, any name you can give, comma, and after that you have to write the gender. So gender is also an alphabet, so I am writing it in single quote female. Okay, comma, and then you have to give marks, so I am writing 78. It is number, so I am not putting double quotes, and then semicolon. Query okay, one row affected. Now I have inserted one row, so if I want to check the one row, is inserted or not. For that I will write a select command. So select star from table. Table name is student. Okay, put space between from and student and then put semicolon. Okay, enter. So here you can see first row is inserted clearly. So again I am writing the another command. So this I am changing the name. Here I am giving marks 87. Okay, and then in place of Priya I am changing the name Sohan. Okay, and roll number I am changing to 2, and then gender also I have to change. So I am changing the gender male. Okay, and then I have to press in the end enter. So see, another row is affected. Again I have to check the command. So I will write select command. So see here two results are inserted. So like this we can insert the values. Suppose if you want to insert null value, so for that for example I don't know the name, so I just write simply null, N-U-double-L, N-U-double-L. Capital is small, you can write in any way. Okay, and then third place I don't know the name, so I will write like this. Affected select query we will perform. So see here null is also inserted. So this is the practical that you have to perform at your own, and if you are having any problem in these queries, just feel free to ask on my